Why can't you speak English? You study English. You understand English. You know many words. But when it is time to speak, your mouth stays silent. Today, we will uncover the real reason behind this problem. This lesson will open your eyes and change how you see English speaking. Lesson 1. The real reason you can't speak English. Let us be honest. Your problem is not English. Your problem is how you learned English. 1. You learned English only in your mind. Most people learn English like this: grammar rules, vocabulary lists, reading silently, watching videos quietly. This trains the brain, but not the mouth. Speaking is a physical skill. If your mouth is not trained, words will not come out. 2. You understand more than you can speak. This is very common. Understanding is passive. Speaking is active. You can understand a movie but cannot act in it. Why? Because acting needs practice. Speaking English is the same. 3. Fear is sitting inside your mind. When you want to speak, your mind asks questions. What if I make a mistake? What if people laugh? What if I sound stupid? These thoughts freeze your mouth. Fear is not logical, but it is powerful. 4. You are trying to be perfect. Perfection is the biggest enemy. You wait for correct grammar, correct sentence, correct pronunciation. By the time you think so much, the moment is gone. Fluent speakers are not perfect. They are brave. 5. You translate before speaking. Most learners think in their first language and then translate into English. This is slow. Very slow. Speaking needs speed. Translation kills speed. 6. Silence has become a habit. You stayed silent for years. Now silence feels normal. Speaking feels uncomfortable. Your brain always chooses comfort, but growth lives in discomfort. Simple awareness. Exercise today, ask yourself, what stops me when I want to speak? Do not judge yourself, just notice. Awareness is the first step to fluency. You cannot speak English not because you are weak, not because you are stupid, not because English is hard. You can't speak because you were trained the wrong way. But the good news is this: what is trained wrongly can be trained again. Lesson 2. Fear is blocking your mouth. You do not stop speaking because you lack English. You stop speaking because of fear. Fear is the biggest reason why people stay silent for years even after learning English. Now we will understand how fear works and how it quietly controls your mouth. 1. Fear appears before you even speak. Notice this carefully. Before you speak English, nothing bad has happened yet. But still, your heart beats faster. Your mouth feels tight. Your mind feels empty. This is fear. Fear does not wait for mistakes. Fear comes before mistakes. That is why it is so powerful. 2. Fear comes from past experiences. Fear is learned. Maybe someone laughed at you once. Someone corrected you badly. Someone said your English is poor. Your brain stored this memory. Now, every time you try to speak, your brain tries to protect you. It says, stay quiet. Silence is safe. Fear thinks it is helping you, but it is actually trapping you. 3. Fear makes small mistakes feel big. When fear controls you, one small mistake feels like a disaster. One wrong word feels embarrassing. One pause feels like failure. But in reality, people forget your mistakes in seconds. Fear lies to you by making small things feel huge. 4. Fear stops the mouth, not the brain. Very important point. Fear does not erase your knowledge. You still know English. Fear only locks the mouth. That is why you can speak alone. You can speak in your room, but not in front of people. The problem is not English. The problem is fear of judgment. 5. Fear grows when you obey it. Every time you stay silent, fear becomes stronger. Silence becomes comfortable. Speaking becomes harder. Fear grows through avoidance. The more you avoid speaking, the more powerful fear becomes. 6. Fear is not removed by thinking. Many people think, I will speak when I feel confident. This never works. Confidence does not come first. Action comes first. Fear reduces after speaking, not before. 7. Fluent speakers also feel fear. This may surprise you. Even fluent speakers feel fear sometimes. The difference is, they speak despite fear. They do not wait for fear to disappear. They move with fear. Fear fades only when you move forward. 8. Fear is strong. Only at the beginning. The first sentence is the hardest. After that, fear reduces. Words start coming. Flow begins. Fear is loud at the door, but weak inside the room. If you start, fear loses power. 9. Silence feels safe, but destroys confidence. Silence gives short-term comfort, but it destroys long-term confidence. Each time you stay silent, you tell yourself, I am not capable. This belief becomes dangerous. Speaking, even badly, builds confidence. 10. Fear can be trained away. Fear is not permanent. It is a habit, and habits can be changed through small daily action. You do not need to speak perfectly. You just need to speak daily. Daily fear-breaking exercise. Do this every day. Speak English for 5 minutes. Speak alone or record your voice. Do not stop. Do not correct. Say anything. This teaches your brain. Speaking is safe. Fear slowly disappears. Fear is the reason your English stays inside you. But fear is not your enemy. Fear is just untrained emotion. Train it. Speak even when your voice shakes. Speak even when fear is present. Because the moment you speak, fear starts losing. Lesson 3. Overthinking is killing your fluency. You do not fail to speak English because you do not know English. You fail because you think too much before opening your mouth. Overthinking is silent, but it is one of the strongest enemies of fluent speaking. Now, we will break this problem clearly. 1. Speaking needs speed, thinking needs time. Speaking and thinking work at different speeds. Thinking is slow. Speaking is fast. When you think about grammar, sentence structure, tense, vocabulary, your mouth waits, and waiting kills speaking. Fluent speaking happens when words come automatically, not after thinking. 2. Overthinking creates mental pressure. Before speaking, your mind starts asking questions. Is this sentence correct? Which tense should I use? Is this the right word? This creates pressure. Pressure blocks flow. Flow needs freedom. Your mind becomes busy and your mouth becomes silent. 3. You think because you want to be perfect. Let us be honest. You overthink because you want to sound perfect. You want correct grammar, correct pronunciation, correct sentence. But perfection is not required for speaking. Communication does not need perfection. It needs clarity. Overthinking is the price of trying to be perfect. 4. Overthinking comes from school learning. Most people learned English like a subject. Rules first, exams, writing, marks. This trained you to think before speaking. But real language does not work like exams. In real life, people speak fast. People make mistakes. People continue. School learning trained your brain, not your mouth. 5. Overthinking breaks confidence. Every time you think too much and stay silent, your confidence drops. You start believing, I cannot speak English. But this belief is false. You can speak. You are just blocked by thinking. Silence created by thinking slowly becomes a habit. 6. Overthinking makes simple English feel difficult. Simple sentences become hard when you think too much. Example. Without thinking. I am tired. With thinking. Should I say I am tired or I was tired? This confusion blocks even basic English. Overthinking turns easy things into difficult ones. 7. Fluent speakers do not think sentence by sentence. This is very important. Fluent speakers do not think grammar. Do not plan sentences. Do not translate. They speak in patterns and habits. That is why they sound natural. Thinking every sentence is not fluency. 8. Overthinking happens only at the start. Notice this. The first sentence is always the hardest. After you start speaking, thinking reduces, flow begins, confidence increases. Overthinking is strongest before you start. Once you begin, it slowly disappears. 9. You cannot stop overthinking by force. Many people say, stop thinking. This does not work. You stop overthinking by speaking more, not by thinking less. Action reduces thinking. Silence increases it. 10. Speaking fast reduces thinking. This is a powerful truth. When you speak faster, your mind cannot overthink. Grammar fear disappears. Words come naturally. Speed kills overthinking. Not accuracy, not rules. Speed. Daily anti-overthinking exercise. Do this every day. Choose a simple topic. Speak English for 7 minutes. Speak slightly fast. Do not stop. Do not correct. If you stop, restart immediately. This trains your brain to stop controlling your mouth. You cannot speak English because your mind is talking too much. Silence the mind by using your mouth. Do not wait to think. Speak first. Lesson 4. You learned English the wrong way. This lesson may hurt a little, but it will free you. You cannot speak English not because you are weak, not because you are slow, but because you were taught English in the wrong way. Today, we will understand what went wrong and how to correct it. 1. You learned English like a subject, not a language. In school, English was taught like this. Grammar rules, written exams, fill in the blanks, memorization. This trains you to pass exams, not to speak. Language is a skill. A subject is information. You learned information. You did not build the skill. That is the core problem. 2. Writing was given more importance than speaking. Think about your learning. You wrote English a lot. You read English silently. You memorized answers. But how much did you speak? Very little. Speaking was ignored. Mistakes were punished. So your brain learned. Speaking English is risky. This fear stayed with you. 3. Grammar was taught before sound. This is very important. You learned grammar first and sound later. But language works the opposite way. Children learn, sound first, words next, grammar last. You learned, rules first, fear next, silence last. That is why English feels heavy in your mouth. 4. Nobody trained your mouth. Your brain knows English. Your mouth does not. Speaking needs muscle memory, repetition, daily use. No one trained your mouth. So when you try to speak, your mouth feels slow and tired. This is not lack of intelligence. This is lack of training. 5. Mistakes were treated as failure. In school, mistakes were punished. If you spoke wrong, people laughed. Teachers corrected harshly. Confidence broke. So your brain learned. Silence is safer than mistakes. But language grows through mistakes, not through silence. This wrong belief is still blocking you.